and loved every minute of it.
He was something else, wasn't he? Never stopped moving. He was so excited about life, and he never lost that. Just the joy of every day.
That's all for this edition of Dateline. We'll see you again Sunday at 7, 6 Central. And of course, I'll see you each weeknight for NBC Nightly News. I'm Lester Holt for all of us at NBC News. Good night.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of Local News That Matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru. Confidence in motion. KC 24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox. This is a live view of our Valley Cam at Cahuilla Health and Visalia. Looking clear visibility-wise. We do have some clouds out there, but they're on their way out. Our live radar showing pretty clear skies. Temperatures now dipping into the upper 50s. Still a couple of lower 60s like Visalia, 61 right now. 59 currently in Fresno. Winds are less than 10 miles per hour, and that will be true tonight and true for most of the day tomorrow. But with clearing skies, you can expect warmer temperatures, not only for Saturday, not only for Easter Sunday, but look at Monday of next week. 86 degrees before the breeze kicks in and cools us off a bit. I'll have your complete forecast coming up. KC 24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is KC 24 News at 11.
Now they see for themselves that there was really no reason for Robert to be murdered by the police.
Tonight, we're getting our first look at the body cam video of Fresno police shooting and killing a wanted suspect back in March in front of a Walmart during a chase in North Fresno. The attorney representing the man's family says he was murdered by police. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexander Balakian. We're going to get back to our top story in a moment, but we want to begin with some breaking news tonight. The search for a driver after their car was smashed by a freight train in West Fresno. This all happened just before 9 o'clock in the area of North Avenue and Golden State. The train was stopped on the tracks for more than an hour. Police still not sure why the driver ran from the accident or if they were injured in the collision. Back to our top story now. Today, we are getting our first look at body cam video that shows the moments leading up to Fresno police shooting and killing a man back on March 4th in North Fresno. Police admit he was not armed when he was shot. We want to warn you that the video you're about to see is graphic. And there's the body cam footage that was released this morning. It laid out an edited version of a 13-minute video with several different viewpoints of the incident, including cell phone video from witnesses. Also, the video shows the suspect, 29-year-old Robert Corchado, did shoot at officers. One officer was hit in his bulletproof vest. They also show exclusive video that we obtained of the moment when officers shoot at Corchado when he had his arms up. Our Ben Morris with more on the body cam footage and reaction from the attorney representing Corchado's family, saying the officers murdered him.
What we saw was only a compilation of that lasted 13 minutes. They're controlling the information, and whenever you have one side controlling the information, what you have is what results is a one-sided presentation.
The video today showing several scenes from the evening of March 4th, from Robert Corchado fleeing police, the eventual chase and pit maneuver authorized to disable his vehicle, and an exchange of gunfire with police where an officer was shot in his protective vest.
I got hit.
Even shown some of the final moments of Robert Corchado's life, as this officer can be seen firing several shots at Corchado as he was failing to obey his commands.
Get on the ground! Stop right! Stop right! Get on the ground! Get your Show your ass!
Police say Corchado was approaching an uninvolved red Camaro and was deemed potentially armed after previously firing at officers. In exclusive video, Corchado can be seen exiting his vehicle after exchanging gunfire with police, putting his hands up with officers continuing to fire.
If everything is accepted as in terms of the antecedent facts, The fact remains is that there was a person who was unarmed, obviously unarmed, who was shot in the back and killed.
Little says the family was shown the video this morning at the police department before it was released to the public, only further outraging them.
They're devastated because now they see for themselves that there was really no reason for Robert to be murdered by the police.
Little says now they're getting ready for a fight in court. Complaint is nearly written. Now they're just waiting for the city to respond to their claim.
Shortly after we get a response from the city regarding our claim, then we'll be in a position to file very, very soon thereafter.
Ben Morris, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Tonight, a man and woman gunned down during rush hour near Manchester Center. Our Juanita Dame joining us where it all unfolded. And Juanita, police still looking for the gunman tonight.
They are, Alexon, and those two victims drove here to this substation at the Manchester Center parking lot. Police still don't know why they were shot, but they do have a possible suspect vehicle. Fresno police say a man and a woman, both in their 20s, were sitting in this car when they were shot at.
From everything that we're being told is that they drove away in order to get help, and they knew that the police station was across the street. Following the shooting, they drove the car here to the police substation at Manchester Center. Officers provided first aid to them, and they were transported to Community Regional Medical Center for some non-life-threatening wounds. The shooting happened just after 6:30 p.m. on Friday across the street from the substation in the 1400 block of Fedora Avenue near Blackstone Avenue, an area that is often busy with traffic and people. Over here at the scene, what we determined was a white vehicle, and the occupants of that vehicle shot at the two victims and then drove off westbound on Fedora. Investigators processed two separate scenes for evidence. We don't have any other information. We are having our night detective officers come out and respond to do additional follow-up. And anyone with information is asked to call the Fresno Police Department. Live here in Fresno, Juanita Adame, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Juanita, thank you. Also new tonight, a worker shortage forcing the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach to shut down. The two are the very largest gateway for the maritime trade in the U.S. Negotiations over a new labor contract for West Coast dock workers has become very contentious. Today, the labor union withheld workers, leaving truck drivers trying to pick up loads in a bind. One major issue in negotiations is modernizing terminals with automation, since dock workers say it will kill jobs. Tonight, the city of Corcoran is working ahead and raising its levy in an effort to control flooding in the South Valley. Our Jennifer Ortega in studio tonight. And Jen, city officials say it's an urgent situation.
That's right. It's something Corcoran officials are saying has to be done to keep the community safe before the snow melt starts flowing down from the Sierra Nevada.
With the years of drought and subsidence in our area, that wall and the amount of water we're expecting, which is unprecedented, it's safer to raise that levy. It has to be done.
Richard Valley with the Kings County Board of Supervisors says construction is set to begin immediately.
There's a window of opportunity right now with drier weather, and so the timing is perfect. I commend the city and the water district for getting started on it.
The city of Corcoran partnered with the Cross Creek Flood Control District to take emergency action to build another 3.5 feet onto the existing levee, and the cost will come out of emergency reserve funds.
There was a flood threat in 2017. Thank God water never touched the backside of those levees, but it's looking like it will this time. We knew due to subsidence that levee, the wall was lowered. That's where the need came from to raise it. So again, homeowners, we pitched in, we raised it up. You fast forward to now, it still needs to be raised.
The levee protects the city from flooding out of the Kings River, Cross Creek, the Tule River, and Kern River systems.
Working with the state, we're getting all the data to show, figure out how much water is coming. That will let us know how high the levee needs to be built, and then that'll determine how much money we need from the state.
City and county officials have already activated their emergency centers, and they're working with FEMA in case conditions change quickly. Now, snowpack from the mountains could start flowing in the next couple of weeks, and Corcoran officials say they hope to be ready when it does. Live in the studio, Jennifer Ortega, KC24 local news that matters.
With warmer temperatures expected for the holiday weekend, Millerton Lake will likely be a hot spot for picnics and boating. Many rivers and lakes in Fresno County are closed due to the dangerous conditions, leaving Millerton as one of the few places for residents to enjoy the water. Rangers at the park expecting to be very busy while people are out having a good time. Patrols will be going on all around the lake to make sure everyone stays safe.
We'll have extra patrols in the park. We'll also have boat patrol out on the water. We'll have our lifeguards in the park as well on patrol, just making sure folks are staying safe from the shoreline and staying safe. Make sure that if you're in the water, you know how to swim, you're wearing a life jacket.
Rangers are hoping lake goers will act responsibly and stay safe on the water. Still to come here at 11, a Bay Area murder mystery still unsolved.
This Good Friday, we mourn with his family. So sad in the season of Passover and Easter that the family suffers that tragedy.
We're going to take a closer look at newly released footage of the night Bob Lee was murdered.
Your weather headlines for tonight. Skies are already starting to clear, and it'll continue through Saturday, and that means the temperatures will get on a warming trend again. In fact, you can expect a lot of sunshine on Easter Sunday and warmer temperatures, too. Your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy will be in the high or very high range right on through Tuesday. Oak, ash, and juniper the predominant pollens, and I'll have your complete forecast as KC24 News continues.
This is KC24 News at 11 with Stephanie Barugian, Alexon Balakian, and the certified most accurate forecast with AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. Your local weather authority, KC24. Local news that matters. KC24 asked you to nominate remarkable women in our community. We recognize the incredible accomplishments and extraordinary efforts of our 4 finalists.
I think everyone has the opportunity to be remarkable.
We congratulate our 2023 recipient, Adrienne Hellman, as she attends the national celebration in Los Angeles.
I'm absolutely elated that I won. It makes me actually more passionate about my work and makes me want to do more.
Thank you, Main Street Hanford and BD&J Injury Lawyers, and all of our remarkable women.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The thoughtfully redesigned 2023 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 32 miles per gallon. A 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an extra-large touchscreen. The 2023 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Hey everyone, tonight we have an all-new show. Jonas Brothers will be here. Chloe Bailey will be joining us. Plus, we'll have the foodie magician, Josh Beckerman, and an all-new thank you notes. It's a great show. Tonight.
New Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon on NBC.
No matter where you work, an injury can happen. And when it does, you need help right away. The insurance company has a team of lawyers to make your case go away. Make sure you have an experienced team to fight back. At Barry Smith & Bartell, we know workers' compensation cases, and we know what it takes to win. Call us now for a free, no-obligation case consultation. Let us put the experience that matters to work for you. Barry Smith & Bartell, bringing justice to injured workers.
KC24 News is brought to you by Accelerated Urgent Care. Now, AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox with your local weather authority forecast.
Well, our temperatures today, well, we're still close to normal in the afternoon, but the morning low temperature, boy, those clouds really brought those temperatures up. Last several days, we've only been 5 degrees away from the record low, which today was 32 degrees. But look at this morning, 55. That was all cloud cover, keeping us that warm. 70 degrees was our afternoon high. Doing the opposite in the afternoon, keeping our temperatures kind of down. We're still going to have to deal with runoff for quite some time, so we still have our flood warning at Merced River at Stevenson, as well as the flood advisory for the San Joaquin River and for the Kings River. We all have been hearing about all the snow that we've had over the Sierra Nevada, so that's going to continue for a long time. Valley Cam powered by Eagle Mountain Casino's time-lapse photography from our building. You can see we saw a little bit of blue sky try to break through, but for the most part, it was all gray clouds throughout the day. No real rain. There were a sprinkle here and there, but for the most part, it was dry. Looking at Tulare and the Tulare outlets right now. I always like to look at these flags and see how the wind is doing, and it is not moving at all. So 0 on the wind, at least in Visalia and Hanford and Tulare, where temperature currently is 55 in Hanford, 61 in Visalia, 59 in Fresno. And there's your 0 wind for Visalia and Hanford, 9-mile-per-hour winds out of the northwest in Fresno. Looking at our live radar, well, that is clear and likely to remain clear for a while because clearing skies are going to allow our temperatures to warm up quite a bit. We saw the wave of clouds kind of move through. They were thick at times. There was even, as I said, an isolated sprinkle here and there, but nothing that really registered. But Futurecast has our skies clearing tonight. We're going to see a lot of sunshine for tomorrow and then clearing more into Sunday, and that will allow that day to be quite a bit warmer as well. Not the warmest. That'll actually be on Monday. So for tomorrow, look over the mountain areas and maybe an isolated sprinkle, very isolated, but our entire viewing area looks to be dry and again, warming up. Overnight low of 47 in Pixley, 46 in Porterville, 48 for Huron and Selma, Dunlap 44, same for Aubrey, 48 in Madera, Mendota, Firebaugh, 47 in Chowchilla, another 48 in Merced and Los Banos, 49 degrees. Tomorrow, lower 70s again, 71 in Merced and Chowchilla, Oakhurst 64, 73 in San Joaquin, China Peak 46, 72 in Coalinga, Huron 74, same in Hanford, Kettleman City, 73 in Visalia, Tulare, Porterville 74, expected in Delano. Our air quality, I haven't used air quality very much, and to be honest with you, because with all the rain, it's always been good, and so there was no reason to tell you about it. Now we're going to see a change. Moderate air quality showing up in Fresno, Kings, and Tulare County. And our solar forecast brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Good numbers Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And look at these numbers. 200% energy savings. Meters should definitely be running backwards. Tonight, partly cloudy skies as those clouds continue to move out. 50 will be the overnight low. Then tomorrow, partial clearing still. The continue of that clearing. 73 will be our high temperature, so it's a step up from today. But up to 79 degrees expected on Sunday. Like I said, not the warmest day of the week, but the Monday after Easter. Look at that, 86 degrees. You will be surprised at how warm it is outside that day. Then temperatures come right back down because of a stronger breeze on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that almost drops us 20 degrees over those 2 days. Down to 66, there's the 20th degree, and then we start to warm up because the breeze goes away, the sun remains. Your regional forecasts are available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com, so please go check it out there. 86. Wow. That means that some valley spots, especially in the South Valley, might hit 90.
Yeah. All right, let's not be doing that this early.
It would really be early, yeah.
I know. All right, because we just got kind of done with winter.
We would like to have a spring, not just 1 week, but a couple of, maybe a month or two.
That would be nice. Yeah. AJ, thank you. Take a look at this. These are new images from NASA's Earth Observatory. It shows the flooding in the South Valley, including the once extinct Tulare Lake. And take a look at the Tulare Lake that was once the largest freshwater lake west of the Mississippi River. By the 1920s, the rivers that fed the lake were dammed up and the lake dried up. So following several atmospheric rivers this year, waterways overflowed and then brought part of the lake back to Tulare County. This image showing what the area looked like March 18th of 2022. A whole year later, this is what it looks like now after the storm and rain. Again, this is a picture from March 29th of this year. Dramatic change. Coming up in sports, a former Bulldog basketball player has found a new home, all thanks to the transfer portal. Angelique Martinez is here with all that and more. Hey, Ange.
Yeah, Alex, another Bulldog is jumping from the Mountain West up to the Pac-12. Coming up, the latest on where Anthony Holland is headed. That's next in Sports Central.
Thursdays at 6 on Ksee 24. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, one of the bloodier stories of Central Valley history on the map.
Brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society.
Trust is something you earn over time, but it's something you also earn every night by day in and day out doing the honest work of journalism. This newscast for News Nation is going to do the most important stories of the day and not tell you what to think. We need to earn the trust of those viewers, so they do turn to us when news is breaking, and we only get that trust, keep that trust by every single night fulfilling that mission.
Elizabeth Vargas Reports premieres Monday, 6/5 Central, only on News Nation.
The biggest call we get is broken springs. We see them every day and we take care of them every day. At Precision, we know tomorrow is too late. If you need us, we're here for you. No, I'm not an actor. I'd be a terrible actor.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Hey there, I'm Dan Riley, inviting you to try our distinctive Riley's craft brews. Once you've tasted our unique beers, you'll ask for them at your favorite restaurant and store. Tell them to stock Riley's. Locally crafted Riley's Brewing Company, a hands-on beer for a hands-on life.
The latest conditions live. The KC24 Valley Cam Network.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota.
Let's go!
A new season means new opportunities. Discover action-packed adventure in a brand new Toyota truck. Get low 3.99% APR on the legendary Tacoma. Check out the powerful Tundra or lease a Tacoma double cab 4x4 for as low as $369 a month.
Grab the keys, come on, let's go!
Toyota, let's go places.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
A Fresno State basketball player who entered the transfer portal has found a new home. Tonight, Anthony Holland announced on social media he's headed to Washington. He'll be reunited with another former Bulldog in San Joaquin Memorial grad, Braxton Mia. Holland was one of Justin Hudson's first recruits and played in 113 games in his 4 years as a Bulldog. The 6'5" senior guard averaged 6.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 1 assist per game. Holland shot 42% from the field and 39% from 3. 4 Bulldogs from last year's roster have entered the portal. Holland is the first to find a new home. The Fresno State baseball team continues their road series at Air Force. The Falcons piled on the runs again. Air Force beat Fresno State today 13-4. With the loss, the Diamond Dogs have lost their 4th straight. Fresno State is now 7-6 in Mountain West play. The Bulldogs look to avoid the sweep on Saturday at 11 a.m. Bulldogs softball team also in action this afternoon, continuing their series on the road in Las Vegas. Fresno State lost to the Rebels 5-4. With the loss, the Dogs are now 15-21 overall. Series finale is scheduled for Saturday. To football, former Fresno State wide receiver Jalen Moreno-Cropper was on the NFL Network this morning. Cropper made an appearance on Good Morning Football. Here's what the Valley native had to say about his play and what he can bring to the next level.
I just think that, whenever I get the ball in my hands, there's always something like you have to have your cameras out because something, special, something crazy might happen. I might take a fly sweep for 80 yards. I might take a hitch for 70 yards. So it's always, no matter one play with me. And I feel like, being able to, when I, growing up, every single year I played football, that was just something that I lived by. And I feel like, it was always just one play away of 7 points.
Meanwhile, at the high school level, San Joaquin Memorial standout Mike Davis Jr. was named the Division II Boys Basketball Player of the Year by Cal High Sports. Davis Jr. helped guide the Panthers to their first ever state title. In the D2 championship game in Sacramento, Davis led the Panthers in scoring with 17 points and rebounds, collecting 14. Turning to the Masters, the second round at Augusta was suspended today due to weather. Play will resume on Saturday morning at 5 a.m. Pacific. Trees were blown over to the left of the number 17 tee, but no injuries were reported. Play at Augusta will be determined by the weather conditions. Brooks Koepka was the leader at 12 under when play stopped. And that's going to do it for sports. KC24 News continues after this.
The sweetest dreams are within reach with the very best mattress values at More Furniture. Choose from the Queen 12-inch Aura Hybrid mattress or the 13-inch Nora Hybrid mattress, both in your choice of firmness for only $499, or upgrade to the Queen 12-inch Superior Cooling Aura mattress. Still only $499. Get superior comfort with all M. Lily mattresses. We'll also include 2 free pillows, all for just $499, and we will ship it for free. Your best night's sleep at More Furniture.
I'm Chris Dalton.
And I'm Troy Morris III.
We are the Accelerated Urgent Care drivers. When we are hurt or injured, we do not have time to waste. That's why we choose Accelerated Urgent Care.
With multiple locations throughout the state of California, open 7 days a week, and telemedicine, we can be seen on the road or at home.
Accelerated Urgent Care accelerates past the competition.
Accelerated Urgent Care, expert care on your time.
Table Mountain Casino Resort has the best rewards program in the Valley. And now it just got even better. Bring in your rewards card from any casino in the Central Valley, and we will automatically upgrade you to an equal matching tier. And don't forget to join us every Saturday night in the Blue Oak Grill, where we have free live music. The sky's the limit at Table Mountain Casino Resort.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota.
Let's go!
Fun is in full bloom this spring. Longer days mean longer drives. Seize the season in a brand new Toyota. Get low 3.99% APR on the adventurous RAV4 and the road trip ready Highlander. Or lease a RAV4 for just $379 a month.
Grab the keys, come on, let's go!
Toyota, let's go places.
When I got hurt in a car wreck, I had so many questions, so I called Dunyan Law.
I'm attorney Connell Dunyan. After a car wreck, just call us. We'll speak with you for free and answer all of your questions.
They got me $500,000.
Call DUNNION.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Swelling, cramping, and redness in your legs can be signs of circulatory issues. See your doctor and keep moving to keep your blood flowing.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
This is KC24 News at 11.
Tonight, we're seeing security camera footage for the first time showing the moments after tech exec Bob Lee was stabbed to death in San Francisco as he seemingly tried to get help. And just days after his murder, another high-profile attack on a former fire commissioner. It's adding fuel to the debate over public safety in San Francisco. NBC's Sergio Quintana with more.
In security camera video obtained exclusively by DailyMail.com, you can see tech executive Bob Lee, after he'd been stabbed, stumbling to the call box of the Portside condominiums and collapse. Moments later, he gets to his hands and knees, then stands up and walks out of frame. The timestamp on the video is 2:36 a.m. Just a few moments earlier, he dialed 911 calling for help. In scanner audio posted online, a San Francisco emergency dispatcher recounts a 911 call from a man who screamed, "Help! Someone stabbed me," but hung up without giving a location. She then directed police to the location the cell phone call came from. Lee was found and rushed to the hospital where he later died. Someone who works nearby tells us they saw police collecting a 4 to 5 inch knife just inside the Caltrans yard across the street from the place where Lee collapsed. Lee's death has garnered national attention in part because he is highly regarded in the financial tech world. One man who we saw drop off flowers at the memorial outside the Portside condos says he was hoping to see Lee in Miami in a couple weeks. The ongoing search for anyone connected to the fatal stabbing of Bob Lee also comes as San Francisco police are piecing together details in another high-profile attack in the city. According to several friends and family, former City Fire Commissioner Don Carmignani, he's the man on the left side of the frame here, was attacked Wednesday outside his parents' home in the Marina District.
He was beat with a metal pipe by a homeless person who wouldn't leave his parents' home.
Supervisor Catherine Stephanie says Carmignani suffered serious head injuries and is now slowly recovering in a local hospital. Police arrested 24-year-old Garrett Doughty. He's in jail on felony charges, including assault with a deadly weapon. Crime in the city has become a hot topic lately. Today, during a news event in Fisherman's Wharf, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi offered her condolences to Bob Lee's family.
On this Good Friday, we mourn with his family. So sad in the season of Passover and Easter that the family suffers that tragedy.
Pelosi's husband was violently attacked in their Pacific Heights home just 5 months ago. David DePape is facing state and federal charges in that incident. San Francisco police are yet to make an arrest in the fatal attack on Bob Lee. In San Francisco, Sergio Quintana, NBC Bay Area News.
Still to come here at 11, a wildflower extravaganza as spring is definitely in full bloom, where you can find the rare phenomenon to check it out yourself.
Anytime you have a huge insecurity, it affects your personality. It affects how you interact with people. You know, just all that brokenness that you carry when you have a deep insecurity. Being free from that has definitely allowed me to be more open.
Don't let the insurance company push you around. Get a law firm that can push them around. The team at Jacoby & Myers has gotten our clients up to 10 times the insurance company's original offer. Don't settle for less. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
1,000 positions hiring. Endless opportunity. Benefit from world-class training. A 6-figure starting salary.
and make a positive difference in your community. Apply now, scan the code, or visit jointhechp1000.com.
The virus that causes shingles is sleeping in 99% of people over 50. It's lying dormant, waiting, and could reactivate. Shingles strikes as a painful, blistering rash that can last for weeks, and it could wake at any time. Think you are not at risk for shingles? It's time to wake up, because shingles could wake up in you. If you're over 50, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about shingles prevention.
What makes best reviews the best reviews?
Ooh, pretty colors.
They have an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations.
Oh, no, Count Bristol. We settle this dispute through dance.
To give honest, reliable recommendations on just about any product you can imagine. So you can be confident that whatever you're buying is right for you.
Faster, Count Bristol, faster!
Whatever you're into. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
My main mission is to give patients a breath of fresh care. My specialty is in allergy and immunology. So allergies in the skin is eczema, allergies in the lungs is asthma. And then, of course, immunology is the basic root of asthma. And as long as you have good immune control, these diseases do not move forward with being severe. I trained for this, and I need to help the community, and I know I can deliver on that.
Organizations that encourage diversity in the workplace and assist a diverse group of job seekers are entitled to be placed on a distribution list to receive information from Ksee24 regarding Ksee24 job openings. If your organization would like to be placed on our list, please fax your request to 559-860-0107. Please include a contact name, organization name, full address, phone, and fax number. Job seekers can find current job openings at yourcentralvalley.com. Ksee24 is an equal opportunity employer.
When I came to my first appointment, felt right at home. You guys didn't judge me. You guys didn't do anything to make me feel uncomfortable. I felt at home, and I still do, and I don't regret picking up that phone.
Finally, as they say, if you water it, it will bloom. And so it has. Plenty of water. We've had all that rain, so here it is, the super bloom all across the state, partially and thanks to, again, all the recent record storms. Again, this is a video of a super bloom in Kings County near Kettleman City. Local leaders are asking that if you come to see them in person, you stay on the paved areas and not walk in the fields themselves so that everyone has an opportunity to enjoy the sight, as many want to get that precious selfie. Of course, you got to get that.
It's going like that in Madera County, too. I mean, all over the valley. And I'd love to go to the Antelope Valley Poppy Range, where it's all California poppies, because last time they've had one like this was 2017, and it was big time. I imagine it's pretty beautiful right now, too.
And right now, it's perfect weather to go see the bloom.
A lot of sunshine for Easter weekend, and temperatures are going to be approaching the 80s, then crossing into that range by Monday.
All right, happy Easter. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you Monday. Good night.
Your health is our focus. That's why we're telling stories that inspire, educate, and promote wellness. Stories straight from our own community. Join us each week for MedWatch Today, Saturday on Ksee24.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. I'm